Hi, it's Deb from Deb's Days Designs, and I'm back with another project. Today we're making this quilted bunnies potholder. We'll use the quilt-as-you-go technique, some raw edge applique, and sew up some easy mitered corners with this adorable little quilted Easter bunny potholder project. Before I get started, I publish new content frequently, so be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel or stop by the blog at debsdays.com and check out my Etsy shop, Deb's Days Designs. That's where you'll find a digital version of this project. You can download it at home and print out the entire pattern. It has the materials list and cutting measurements, step-by-step written instructions, color photos, and the printable template. Or, to save paper, just read through the directions on your device and then print out just the template page. All right, let's get this project started. Along with your regular sewing supplies for this project, you'll need fabric strips, a backing fabric, fabric for the bunnies, fabric strip for an optional hanging loop, cotton batting and Insulbright, a paper-backed fusible web like Heat and Bond Light, and of course the printable templates. Since this is truly a scrap fabric project, I sewed my fabric scraps together to make longer strips. First, place the backing fabric with the wrong side facing up. Center the batting and Insulbright in the middle and baste the stack together to limit shifting during stitching. Place one of the fabric strips diagonally with the right side of the fabric facing up. Place another strip on top with the right side of the fabric facing down and align the right edges on the long side of the strips and pin it in place. Stitch along the long edge using a 1/4-inch seam allowance. Since we're using the backing piece as a binding, do not stitch beyond the edge of the batting. Press it open. Place another strip on top of the last strip, right sides facing each other, and stitch using a 1/4-inch seam allowance. Press it open. Continue adding and sewing strips until you reach the corner of the batting. Turn the piece around and follow the same technique to add the rest of the strips. Flip the piece over. Fold the backing out of the way and very carefully trim away the excess ends of the strips without cutting into the backing fabric. Turn the piece right side up and trim the backing fabric so it measures 1 1/4 inches away from the edge of the front fabric. To create the binding and mitered corners, fold the corner of the backing so it meets near the corner of the front piece and press it. Open up the fold and cut on the creased line and do the same for all 4 corners. Fold the cut corners over the corners of the front piece and press them. Fold each side so the raw edges of the backing meet near the raw edges of the front and press it. Fold the backing fabric over one more time so it becomes the binding on the front and press it. Follow the same technique all around the potholder. Adjust the mitered corners if necessary, and top stitch around the outside near the open edge of the binding. Trace 2 bunnies onto the paper side of the fusible web. Cut out each piece about a 1/4 inch outside the tracing lines. Following the manufacturer's directions, fuse the pieces to the wrong side of the appropriate fabrics and let them cool. And cut out the pieces along the traced lines. Remove the paper backing from the fusible web and center and arrange the bunnies on the front fabric piece and fuse them into place. Finish the design by stitching around the raw edges of each of the fabric pieces with blanket, zigzag, satin, or straight stitches. I like to try out different stitch lengths and widths on fabric scraps before I work on the applique. To make the optional hanging loop, fold the fabric strip in half lengthwise with the wrong sides of the fabric facing each other, press it to make a crease, and open it back up. Fold one side to the midpoint crease and press it. Fold the other side to the midpoint crease and press it. Fold the entire piece over and press it. Top stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the edges all the way across and around the fabric strip. Fold the strip in half to make a loop. With the loop facing down, pin the raw edges of the loop to the top of the back of the potholder between the top stitching and the edge of the potholder. Secure the loop in place by stitching over the potholder's previous top stitching. Press the loop up and stitch across the loop one last time to hold the loop in the upward position. And just like that, you've made your own handmade quilted bunny rabbit potholder for the Easter holiday and for your kitchen. See you next time with another project.